Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. Are you ready for a trip into Looney Tunes land? Because that's where we're going to be living for the remainder of this latest Moon Family Sedan room temperature jam. Unfortunately, I've got more to cover from Jimmy Valley of Val Hill Capital. You recall that he's the one that's been putting out all the ideas about the XRP buyback and the government buying back XRP and in charge of the entity or part of the entity. Well, he started the entity. He came up with the crazy, absolutely Looney Tune, Bat S-word crazy XRP valuations where it would go up to $122,000 per coin or something like that. Nonsense, ridiculous, crazy stuff. Now he's talking about making XRP by decree effectively worth $10,000 and starting a bank. And apparently it seems as though he's wanting XRP holders to send their XRP into them. So look, Jimmy Valley, I gave him the benefit of the doubt from the beginning. I did. I was like, I think he's just deeply misguided. But now I'm seeing he's not operating in good faith. Because as very clear holes in the valuation models of XRP $123,000, as those holes became clear and could not be disputed by anybody, they didn't retract the models. They kept touting it. And then they came up with more models. They were retracting their nonsense that was proven to be wrong. And it's not an opinion. No. There are facts and there are opinions. This is a fact. There's holes in the model, and they just didn't retract it. So not operating in good faith, obviously, while at the same time monetarily incentivizing his crew to convince people to hand over their XRP to a third party, and then the people that convince the XRP holders to hand over their XRP, they get a commission on it effectively. They do. They're getting a cut of it. There was this shady sounding business model. And so now he's still, apparently, as far as I can tell, it looks like he's still trying to get XRP from people now in a different way. And so Jimmy Valley, excuse me, clearly an intelligent person, but he's saying bonkers things, which he has to know don't make sense because he's not stupid. And apparently he's an attorney. So I don't see how somebody with that level of intelligence could be saying the things that are so obviously not true. I don't see how somebody that is that intelligent could have good intent. And so I'm just warning people out there because I don't want our community to be harmed here. I am not convinced that this individual is operating in good faith because, the obvious holes are not, the valuation model, they don't make sense. Incentivizing people to hand their XRP over and send it to a third party where they're no longer in control of it. That's a terrible idea. And he's trying to convince people to do that for monetary benefit. So I'm going to share with you the latest, but it's ridiculous nonsense stuff. But this is in part just a public service announcement because I can't imagine somebody would behave like this with this level of intelligence in good faith. If I thought that he were actually stupid in saying this stuff, that would be one thing. I see stupid people saying stuff all the time. We all do, right? That's not what's happening here. This guy's not stupid. I think there's not good intent here. I'm just going to say that's my speculation. I don't know for sure, but that's what it looks like. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, and so there's a video clip it was shared by my fellow XRP YouTuber, Crypto Eddie. And it's Jimmy Valley there on your screen with the glasses. And he was being interviewed by Crypto Lulu. I think that's the guy's name anyway. Seems to also on his own have some very interesting ideas. But Crypto Eddie wrote, "It appears the XRP buyback is morphing into a bank. Looks like participants would still be sending their XRP. Excuse me. Not a game I want to play with my XRP." Yeah, it's spot on. And so I'm going to share with you the transcription of what Jimmy Valley said. And it is complete and utter nonsense. It does not make sense. And then I'm going to share with you what I wrote. And you'll see why I'm questioning. I'm not making any sort of firm assertion against it because I don't have that level of fact. I'm just noting that the behavior is so peculiar and so out there. I don't know what it could be other than bad intent because he's not stupid. That's what I'm saying. He keeps trying to get people to hand over their XRP. That's what he keeps doing. That's the opposite of what you should be telling people in crypto to do, just in general. This is awful. And so, anyway, here's what Jimmy Valley said. This is the quote, transcription. It seems like where most people would like this to go is not to basically sell it to the government in a buyback kind of thing, but to basically collateralize a new bank, call it the People's Bank, not to sound like communist China. It's the People's Bank, and then use the value of those assets to basically draw down fiat and then do mortgages and stuff. Exactly. And because this bank is more liquid because it's got the XRP, you can do things. So, one thing you could do is have a group of people come to an agreement that the fair market value of XRP is very high. Let's say $10,000. We could all come together, put our $10,000 tokens into a new entity, collateralize it, then use fiat loans against our XRP to acquire gold and bring gold into the bank. And now all of a sudden, when the collapse finally occurs, who's left standing with the gold and the XRP? The most liquid, wealthiest bank there is. Folks, that is fantasyland nonsense crap. XRP is worth $10,000 because we say it is. Oh, is that how it works with assets in life? I didn't know that. I got a bag of Skittles. I say it's worth $10,000. And then when a financial collapse occurs, because I said my Skittles are worth $10,000, my Skittles are worth $10,000 because I'm an actual dumbass. No, that's not how this works. And he's not a dumbass. This is the thing though. Because again, I think, I don't know how there couldn't be bad intent here, but isn't this the behavior you'd expect if there's bad intent? Because you don't need to convince people like me. I'm not a dumbass. You don't even have to be stupid necessarily to fall for it. Like, people can be conned just because under the right circumstance. I think anybody can be tricked. I believe I could be tricked under the right circumstances for sure. Like a perfect example, the other day, I was using Venmo, which I almost never use, but I had occasion to use it twice in very short order. And then I got this random scam text. I'm sure a lot of you out there get these as well. Just random, then say your account's been locked, this or that, and then there's a link. So I see these all the time for various. It could be your Netflix account or whatever it is, Amazon. They're all scam things. Well, I got one for Venmo, and I hadn't used Venmo in years, but I had cause to use it twice recently, and it said that I had specifically 2 transactions that had failed. Now, I don't know if they actually knew that I had 2 transactions. Perhaps what's more probable is they send out very specific messages, understanding it's a very low probability that the person you send it to is going to relate to it. But once you get that relation, that's where you get a higher probability somebody will fall for it. Because that was specifically something that did occur in my life. So maybe it was just a coincidence. I don't know for sure. But the point is that, as soon as I saw the link, I was like, instantly I thought, okay, this is a scam. But if I didn't realize that, that would have made it way more likely that me, not being a stupid person, still could have fallen for something. I think as an intelligent person, I still could be tricked. I think you listening could be tricked on the right circumstances. Some people are more gullible, and if you are financially illiterate, you're way more likely to fall for the crap that he's spouting here. So if you don't have much of a financial background at all, if you don't even understand basics in finance, what he's saying sounds complex, and intricate, and he seems like a smart guy. Well, then you're the small percentage of the population perhaps that he's looking for. And that's the thing. It doesn't take many people at all for this to be wildly profitable for him. That's the problem. And again, people are, at least under the previous plan, I don't know if he's changed it, but under the previous plan, people are incentivized for this buyback committee to convince people to hand over their XRP. So anyway, I responded to Crypto Eddie's tweet with that clip there with the following. I wrote, "What an insane idea. He's talking about people magically deciding that XRP is worth $10,000 regardless of what the current market price is. It would then have 2 different prices. This is a stupid and broken idea. Who's he trying to trick?" Yeah, and again, so I don't know what he's doing. It looks very bad surface level. I'm not saying that he's running a con. I'm not saying he's doing anything illegal, just to be crystal clear. But I don't know how he could be operating in good faith based on the nonsense BS that he's spouting. That's all I'm saying. I have no evidence he's doing anything wrong or illegal, so I'm not going to state that. In fact, I'm stating very clearly, I have no evidence that he is. So I don't actively think that he is. But how could I not suppose that he may be up to something? Do you see what I'm saying? And so, in terms of this idea of backing something, it's such nonsense. I wrote Galvatron said it best years ago, and here's something that Galvatron shared many years ago. XRP community member. Couldn't they, and this is from his blog, couldn't they back XRP with gold to drive the price up? The confusion surrounding this never-ending meme stems from the failure to grasp that assets can only be one of two types. Number one, backed. An example of a backed asset is paper money, coupons, bearer bonds, etc. If a coin is backed, that means the price is guaranteed by a third party to match whatever it is backed by. A gold-backed coin means that the price of the coin is tied to match the price of gold. Essentially, the coin is a coupon for a specific weight of gold. Or number two, this is the alternative, it can be self-valued. An example of a self-valued asset is gold, or platinum, or Bitcoin, or XRP. A coin that is self-valued isn't backed by anything. It is simply valuable in and of itself. It directly serves the function of an asset. It's not a coupon. Its price is determined by what people are willing to pay for it. I hope it's self-evident that a coin can't be both backed and self-valued at the same time. But if it's not, let me put it this way. When you sell something, you have to decide what it's worth. If it's backed by gold at $5 and self-valued at 25 cents, what does that mean? How much is it worth? That's right. It can't be worth both 25 cents and $5 at the same time. So it's either backed or self-valued. Now, folks, that couldn't be more obvious. So when you have an open market price from people speculating of XRP today at 45 cents, and then you have a group of people that say it's worth $10,000, even if you back it by something, what's it actually worth? It can't be worth both. It's worth the open market price. It could not be more obvious. And so if you're missing basic information like this is really basic level stuff here. If you're missing that, then you might think that there could be something to what Jimmy Valley's saying here. And then I wrote, imagine a used Ford Explorer is $15,000. Would it make sense to have a group come together and says that a comparable Ford Explorer in their possession is now worth $100,000? No, of course not, because the rest of the world doesn't agree and won't buy it. If you can just make up the price of any asset, then it doesn't need to be XRP anyway. It doesn't need to be XRP. It's like he's talking about putting up collateral, but then attaching a fake price, which is not how collateralization works. So why does this need to be XRP? If you're just making up a price for anything, why does it have to be XRP? Why not a different crypto? Why not Skittles? Why not gummy bears? Pick your candy, bitch. I don't care. It doesn't matter, but why XRP? Doesn't this, the alarm bell's going yet? Anybody else a little bit concerned about what's going on here? Former Ripple employee Matt Hamilton responded to Crypto Eddie and wrote, ha 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 ha. This is hilarious. So it is now a bank in which he is going to cook the books to say that XRP is worth $10,000 and now somehow use that to buy gold, despite everyone else thinking XRP is worth the market value. He is basically describing a scam. That's what Matt Hamilton says. There we are. Let me know what you think. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.